Over the last few years, we've helped over 600 agents break through that plateau, smash that glass ceiling, and accomplish what they knew they were able to do. Every year, they kept running up against that same wall. Same numbers, same activity, no growth. And in some cases, they were actually reverting backwards. Whole experience, while they were learning, we were learning as well. And we found something that was insanely powerful. The agents who gained the most growth, they had to completely operate their businesses differently than they had ever operated them before. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the 3 things that they were doing to break through that glass ceiling. When you actually learn and apply these 3 things, you're gonna see your business grow. You're actually gonna be building something that you will be proud of. I can't wait to share it with you. So here are 3 things that you can do every single day to make sure that you're doing the right activities at the right time and they're garnering the right results. Number 1 is having a tracker. What gets tracked and measured will get accomplished. Number 2 is actually taking some time on a Friday afternoon and planning out your following week. What does the week look like based on the pipeline that I currently have? Pipeline is low, double the amount of prospecting. The last thing that you can do is anytime you build a measurable activity into your day, make it repeating and understand that those repeating activities cannot happen past noon. The hardest activities in real estate, the least sexy activities, which is the prospecting and the pipeline growth, that is the first thing to get pushed off because you're too busy posting. So again, focus on the harder activities before noon. Also remember, when you're breaking up your calendar, it needs to be done in 3 separate pieces. The first thing that goes into your calendar are the things that make you whole as a human being. Now, when I say that, that is your meditation. It's going to the gym, going for a walk. It is your lunch breaks, your coffee breaks, the time where you can actually step back from your business and catch your breath. Second thing that goes in is time with your friends, your family, and your community. I will never miss my son's baseball game. I never missed my daughter's volleyball events. Why? Because I made that a priority over my business. If I cannot uplift those that uplift me, I have failed as a human being. The third thing that gets entered into your business are your measurable activities. Those are the things that are getting done before noon. And what you want to do when you're putting them into your calendar is make them very specific. A lot of times I see agents put in their calendar a 4-hour prospecting block. Well, when I see that, first thing I ask is, were you actually sitting at your desk for 4 hours making dials? Because I don't know anybody who can actually complete that activity. What they do is they see this big chunk, they get overwhelmed, and they find every excuse in the world why they should not complete that activity. Instead, break it up. 15 minutes of prospecting, 5-minute break. 10 minutes of content creation, 5-minute break. Build in those breaks to give yourself that mental rest that you need to stay on top of your game. So remember, when you're building your ideal calendar, it is time for yourself, then time for your friends, family, and community. Third, your measurable activities before noon, and the rest of your business should fall into place. Point number 2 is your branding. You want to set yourself apart from every other agent that is completely forgettable. Your branding is what people actually think about you when you're not in the room. Your branding is every single thing that every past client says about you. It's what your friends, your families, your colleagues, your coworkers, everybody who's ever come in contact with you, it's what they actually think. Your branding is your values. It is so important to not just understand the demographics, where they live, how old are they? Do they have dogs? Do they have cats? But it's understanding the psychographics. Now, what that is the unique problems facing each and every one of your ideal clients. So, how do you get down to that? So my question is in the eyes of your ideal client profile or your client avatar, are you the trusted advisor? Are you the friendly neighbor? Are you the go-to every time there's a problem? Or are you the salesperson that people avoid? A lot of times agents find themselves falling into that trap. Why? Because they're reactive in their business, they don't understand the psychographics of their niche client, and they have standards that rise and fall trying to match the expectations of a client that they're trying to chase. So that being said, it is so important that when you are building a brand, you think beyond every single color. And I want you to start thinking, what is your why? What is your core value? How does that align with your ideal client? It's about understanding the lies that your clients are being told and how you can counteract those and become that advisor that everybody's looking for. So if you want to do an audit on your brand and what people actually think of you, here's what you can do in 3 steps. Number 1, whatever social media platform that you find yourself most present on, that's the one you need to focus on. Number 2, I want you to analyze each and every one of your last 30 posts. And number 3, I want you to categorize them into 3 pillars. Number 1, branding. Number 2, education. Number 3, entertainment. So what happens is when you conduct a social media audit, each one of your posts should be 1/3 branding, 1/3 entertainment, 1/3 education. You will see how your audience is actually viewing you. Are they viewing you as a salesperson? Are they viewing you as that person who's going to chase them down if they give you a referral? Or are they viewing you as an actual valuable resource and a trusted advisor? All right, the third piece I wanted to talk about today that most agents are missing in their business, and it's mindset. Now I'm going to get really granular on this. So mindset, to me, there's 4 components. The very first component is the most impactful, and it's having a place or having the right environment for you to flourish. If you find yourself hanging around agents and all they do is talk about the lack of inventory, the multiple offers that they've lost, or how interest rates or tariffs have completely decimated their business, well, guess what? You're going to be that next agent standing there agreeing with them. Rather than finding a positive solution to move forward, you're going to sink to the level of their training. Have an environment where you can flourish. When you have a place, you can ask the universe questions. And every once in a while, the universe is actually going to deliver an answer. Do you know what that's called? Intuition. Have an environment that breeds positivity, that breeds intuition. Second thing you need inside a mindset is have a person. Have a mentor that you look up to. Have somebody who has blazed that trail in the past that you choose to follow. Because I'll tell you something, and you can choose your euphemism. If you choose to see into the future, that means you're standing on the shoulders of giants. Success leaves clues. Follow the breadcrumbs. So make sure that you choose your mentor wisely. Choose your person. Third piece that you need is you need a book. What piece of physical literature speaks to your heart and your soul? Find somebody who, again, whose teachings you can follow. I know it sounds a lot like point number 2, having a person, but this does not need to be a Kindle e-reader. This is something that sits on the side of your desk and reminds you of what needs to be done and what you're looking to accomplish in life. Me personally, the 2 books that I use Kobe Bryant's The Mamba Mentality, and I use Bob Burg's The Go-Giver. We built 2 7-figure businesses based on the 5 laws of stratospheric success. What book is your business built on? The last part, which I find actually the most critical out of all of these, is have a mantra. Choose your why. What is your values? Because I'll tell you something, when the chips are down, what story is going to come from your heart that is going to push you through? Because I'm going to tell you something, in real estate, the sun's not going to shine every day. There will be thunder, lightning, and rain. And when you are caught in that storm, what is the narrative that actually helps push you forward? Understand, in real estate, it's not about being in this industry because you want to make the most money possible. If your why is associated with money, how are you going to react when there isn't any? Have a why or a mantra that is greater than anything financial. Tie it to helping, being a servant leader, being responsible for doing the right thing, or helping people find a safe place for their families. So again, the 4 elements that you need somebody to help you find is a place or an environment, a person, a book, and a mantra. If you choose to have an absolute bulletproof mindset, those are the components that I guarantee you're missing today. So as you see, for us, there are 3 major tenets that you're currently not following that are actually bringing your business down. So number 1, lack of having a plan and clarity in your day. Number 2 is issues in your branding, how people see you versus how you hope to be seen. And then number 3 is having that element of mindset and understanding that there are certain pieces that need to change for you to actually make that leap forward. You can actually hit the link below. And what that'll do is that'll book a clarity call with somebody on our team. And we are happy to walk you through, help you identify those gaps. And if you're a fit, we can show you what we can do to help move you forward. Understand this. Real estate is not about doing more, working harder, or increasing the hustle. It is a perfect blend of technology, resources, and support. So as you go forward in your real estate career, really sit down and examine not only your mindset or your environment, but understand who's showing you the path that's already proven. It has been laid out for you. So all you need to do is find that environment where you are comfortable and safe enough to follow it.